Listen, I might not have a future in landscaping or drain installs, but I might tag Chipotle in this video and see if they want to do a collab, because you see how tight that wrap is. Come on, holla at your boy. Welcome back to Foothills Firewood, guys. My name's Britt, and today we're out in the wood yard. We're going to be mitigating some water problems we have. Let's get it. All right, y'all. So I have my buddy, and I think I can hear him in the distance. He's coming down here with the tractor, and we are actually going to do a low budget French drain. I say low budget. I don't know what it's going to cost, but I can tell you I'm not digging the trench, and I'm not paying to rent a trencher. So here he comes with the old Massey Ferguson with a potato plow on the back of it. So we're gonna see how this thing digs a rut. Stay tuned. This is a prime example of why I need to put a drain in right here. I'd come this way a little bit. Yeah. This is just the first pass here so we can get our line, and then we'll bring it back and dig. We're hoping not to hit any roots down here. Only tree in the area is this red maple right here. I don't love this Carolina clay here. Ideally, I'm gonna put a geotextile down over the drain, but ideally we wouldn't cover it back up with clay. Like I said, we'll see. We're learning this together. All right, guys, off camera, my friend Chase and I went ahead and split up this tote of boiler wood here for him. And yeah, I don't want to tout it too quickly, but that potato plow dug a perfect trench. It's going to be kind of tough. Just looking at my phone here, it's going to be kind of tough to see how wide and how deep this is. But I guarantee you this is every bit of 12 to 14 inches deep, and probably 12 to 14 inches wide. And we ran it much further than it needed to go. It looks like we pulled up a couple of roots, but nothing of consequence, hopefully. So I'm going to go get what I believe to be probably two 10-foot sections of drainage tile and a little bit of geotextile and maybe a bed of some washed gravel. And we're going to make a French drain. All right, guys, welcome back. It is a new day and it's a beautiful day out here. A little chilly, but it is a very nice and sunny day. I am going to get this French drain started. You guys saw us digging this, and I'm going to kind of show you my idea here. I am not a landscaping professional. I am not a water drainage professional. I am the exact opposite of all of those things. So this might bother some people who do this professionally. This is just a drain for the woodyard. Obviously, I'm putting my time, a little bit of money, and my effort into it, so I don't want it not to work. I hope it does work, but I'm not going to the lengths that somebody, in which case I would pay to do this, would probably go. So what I ended up doing, my father-in-law actually is doing some renovations to his house, and he had a retaining wall knocked down, and behind it, the contractors dug up this French drain. That's why you see a nice clean new one and an old dirty one, but there was nothing wrong with it. It's completely patent, it's wide open, ready to rock, a couple of rips in it, but it's completely fine. So I grabbed that, and I picked up one more. These are 10 foot each, and I'm gonna do the span of my building here, which is 20 feet post to post. This was $69.99 plus tax. That was free. So call it about 150 bucks if you ended up having to buy 2 of these. Next, I went to a landscape supply store and I got what is called geotextile fabric. This is like a 4-ounce fabric, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to line the trench with the fabric. I'm gonna put a little bit of gravel in here and try to grade it, you know, sloping, I don't know, a couple of inches maybe at most from the start to the finish. And then I'm going to lay my drains in here, and then I'm gonna put more gravel in, and then I'm going to take the remaining fabric that is laying outside of this and almost wrap it as if it were a burrito, and then I'm gonna cover it back up. This roll is only 3.5 feet, so I think I'm probably gonna have to double it up. 3.5 feet wide, that is. So I'll probably have to double it up here.
Is that something you would like me to take grading during your snack, or would you like to go with the family later this afternoon and do like a Costco dinner?
Oh, the world's about to hear you trying to get out of cooking dinner, baby.
I'm okay with that.
Whatever you want to do is fine.
Okay. Just know how you like to monitor my Costco spending.
Well, you don't monitor it. Somebody's got to. If anybody else has a wife that goes to Costco twice a week, spending the exact same amount each time, let me know in the comments. This geotextile fabric may or may not be overkill, because this the drain already has a drain sock on it, but in North Carolina we have clay, we don't have soil, so covering this stuff back up with clay, not the most ideal scenario. It's that Carolina red clay. All right, y'all, I think we are now to the point where we can start laying some gravel in here. I basically just used 2 strips to create this hopefully impermeable to dirt geotextile. I'm gonna lay gravel in here and try to grade it a bit, put those drains in, a little more gravel, wrap it up like a burrito, pin it, cover it. All right, so I've got what I believe to be enough gravel in here. However, now I'm just going to try to grade the gravel from higher to lower. That's where we want our runoff to happen, on that far end there. I've got a little bit of a hump right here. I'm gonna try to grade that out by either adding or subtracting gravel. All right, like I said, this is gonna be a fairly rudimentary way of doing things. I've just got this little sod weeding tool here, and we're just gonna rake it out. I'm gonna throw this 2x4 in. We're gonna throw a level on it. It's obviously not gonna tell me the degree of grade here, but it'll tell me whether it's going up or down, that's for sure. We're headed the right direction here. Give it the old eyeball test. I think that's gonna be all right. Right there. So let me get the union and put these two together. This doesn't really need to be taped, but just while I'm getting it where I want it, that's not ideal. I'm gonna throw a little tape on it. Boy, that stuff's sticky. All right, that's together. We'll get some gravel underneath it to support that union. I think I'm going to take a piece of this drainage fabric and just kind of cap the end of that, and then just backfill this little well right here with rock, and I'll probably do a bigger well at the end there for it to drain. No idea if that should be done, but that's what we're doing. All right, guys, so we have kind of a rock well here for about, I don't know, 2 feet until you hit the pipe. Then it hits the pipe and it drains down, and that pipe right where you see this rock kind of fall off right there, that's where the pipe comes out. So all the way to the end of my woodshed. This is a nice hill right here coming this way, so I am going to use this as a drain. I'll backfill this with all the remaining gravel that I have, but I'm going to go ahead and try to wrap this up and get this pinned. All right, gang, here we are. I left the beginning open and the end open because I've just got a little bit more gravel I'm going to add in down here as a drain well. Again, the actual drain ends about right here at my post, and it's going to go into this drain, which is another probably 6 feet of just gravel to help drain down that hill. All right, guys, we got it all wrapped up. Listen, I might not have a future in landscaping or drain installs, but I might tag Chipotle in this video and see if they want to do a collab, because you see how tight that wrap is. Come on, holla at your boy. All right, y'all, what y'all just witnessed was my buddy pulling the scrape blade from the low end to the high end, because when we dug the initial trench, we ran the potato plow this way, and we drug a bunch of loose dirt down there. So I covered it up an inch or two just with a hoe and a shovel, and then he brought back that scrape blade, and he brought all this dirt that was down there in that little gully there back up into the wood yard and really just leveled it out. So this video currently is being finalized or shot weeks after we put this drain in. I really wanted to see the drain in action before I finalize my thoughts on the video. That way I could tell anybody who may watch this video that may want to try to do it themselves what I would do differently. I probably wouldn't do anything differently. If you want to spend the money and rent the trencher, or if you want to spend more money on the gear, the equipment, then by all means, I'm sure it'll turn out great. But I'm very happy with this. We have not had any torrential downpours, but we have had a fair amount of wet weather, especially snow that's melted, and we did have a few rains where I actually got to see a very small puddle over at the initial portion where I used to catch a lot of water pool up a little bit and then slowly kind of bubble down and drain. So this thing is absolutely doing its job. Will it be perfect? Time will tell. I do hope that we get some torrential downpours soon, because I really want to put this thing to the test. The rest of my wood yard up here on the hill stays pretty wet because it's just all like mulch and sawdust, and that stuff just turns to muck and mud. But nevertheless, we are all done with it. I am very happy with it. I really appreciate all the people watching this. I appreciate all the likes, the comments, the subscribes and shares. And until next time, we're out here having fun. Thanks for watching.